Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Maybe not the coolest little pattern, but the whole video is really about how to make something square with the envelope tool. So we're just going to kind of draw this. I'm going to use the ellipse or the spiral tool, set on three-sided, hold down the control button. I'm going to go ahead and I just did this yesterday with a video. I don't like that really tight turn. And you could change this up, now, whatever you wanted to do. But let's go ahead and convert it to a thicker line and do what we did yesterday and go up to hit F12 on your keyboard and make round end caps because I think it makes that look better. Then go to object, order, or object and convert outline to an object, and then left click, right click, and you get basically two hairlines. Control D and make a duplicate. Well, what's going on here? And then get the two-sided arrow and flip it. That really looks pretty cool itself. But let's mirror it the other way. Now, yesterday when I made a video kind of like this, I kind of manipulated that, and I am going to today. When I made this one, I let them actually extend over, and they look pretty cool. And we're going to see what this looks like when we weld it. So we got just a little bit of a bump there. But if we take the shape tool and just delete those three nodes and delete those three nodes and maybe delete that one and delete that one, you get more of a perfect. Now, this is probably a square. It's a little bit off right there, but I'm going to show you how you could do something. And, I'm going to try something. Control D, center it. No, I was going to try to make that up. I'm just going to do what I'd plan on doing. So I made a duplicate, and then I'm going to get that node and go right to there. And see, that's what you want. You know what? Maybe I'm going to mirror that. Yeah, that looks a little better. But you can see now it's definitely not a square. One thing we can do is hit L on the keyboard and put them both a little evener. But we're going to weld that. But is that still a square? So we can take a rectangle or a square holding down the control button. And what I would think really the best thing to do is grab that item, go up to effects in envelope, place it from, and what it did, it made it touch the edges all the way around and it'll fit in there. Now it's a square, we can actually reduce it to whatever we want size. And then from here, it's just what you want to do. You want to control D and you want to mirror it this way. So those two parts are kind of curly Q together. And when you want to do that way, you just grab that node right there and have it snap to. I would weld every time I get the opportunity. Now I'm going to control D. And this one, you don't have to. You don't have to do it this way. And you know what? If we figured out the thickness of that line, it is about 0.15. You could set your nudge on 0.15 and then just nudge this over and look at that and then weld it. And then make it, that's probably plenty. Hit the plus key on the keyboard and you could actually place this one. Well, that I did pretty good. Sometimes they're not going to place good, but see, we still got our nudge at 1.5 and it did pretty good. And then I would weld every time I do it. Then we're going to do one more. I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard. And you could probably figure this out mathematically. And I did that one really good, so I'm just going to weld it. And then you could fill it in with whatever color you wanted. Whoop. So when I did that, I got a little bit of a leak somewhere. I don't know where it would be, but we could test it. if we make another rectangle bigger than that, we can get the Smart Fill tool. Sometimes it's not really a leak as much as it's just something went wrong. But the Smart Fill tool will take just a second. See, I don't really have a leak, something it just didn't like, but then you can move that away. And lately for the videos, I've been showing this in white just because it kind of shows up. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but you could actually select these now and make them yellow, and it shows up quite a bit. That's a pretty neat pattern, but it helped me because I enveloped it and made it square where everything's going. I'm a little bit off on these two right here, but other than that, it's perfect. Anyway, hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.